Welcome to the Bucs Report Show. Whoop, I'm going to have to adjust the camera. Welcome to an NHL special Go Bolts, Be the Thunder, Bucs Report Show. Let's talk Lightning. Let's talk Bucs. Let's have some fun. All right, guys, let's get right to it. It is hockey night. The Lightning have taken a 1-0 lead. Go Bolts. Go freaking Bolts. The Lightning just took a 1-0 lead on a goal scored by Eric Cernak. I'm excited to hear that. The Bolts are winning. Stanley Cup final night. Let's do this thing. Let's have a little bit of fun tonight talking Bucs. We're going to do this quick. This is going to be down and dirty. We're not going to waste a lot of time here tonight because we all want to watch a little bit of Lightning hockey. I'm excited about the game tonight. I'm excited about the Bolts. I'm excited. The NHL Stanley Cup finals are here. Final. And I don't know. However, I don't know. Joshua Cole Allen got mad at me because I said it wrong. I'm calling it a Stanley Cup final. Whatever. Stanley Cup final game 1. Hooray. Let's have some fun. Bolts are leading 1-0. The Bucs are getting ready for training camp in less than a month. It's time, guys. It's time to get it all cranked up. We're going to get busy here for the next week or two with the Stanley Cup final. We're going to go straight into training camp. It's time, Tampa Bay. It is time. It is time. I'm excited about all that. Let me bring in right now Stephen Glaster.
Nope, that's the wrong guy.
Yeah. You guys look so much alike too.
Yeah.
Just wanted to.
Dark.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. Yeah, my brain. I don't know what just happened. Anyway, I want to talk to you. What are you watching the game tonight? The Lightning game, or do you not care?
I do watch it. I don't normally do what true fans do and tune it straight in, but I'll have it on in the air. I'm just looking on here to figure out where it's at, and the only thing I'm finding is an ad for Peacock, which that goes.
Oh, you mean what network it's on?
Yeah,
NBCSN.
Oh, I got to do that one again. Okay.
Yeah, hockey's always on NBCSN for the most part. Every once in a while, it's on something else, but it's pretty much always on NBCSN.
I caught the third quarter last game. It was entertaining, and I was shocked by the amount of shot differential between the two different teams.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're going to shoot 60 times at the net, eventually you're going to score. It doesn't matter who the goalie is.
Right.
I don't know what they were doing because I don't know the game that well. I don't know what they were doing different to keep the other team from being able to do that. But that's a good statistic to look at, figure out where things are going.
Well, when you're up, you tend to play defensive hockey and you're not trying to score.
Well,
so you end up with you make it basically impossible or almost impossible for the other team to score because they may be taking shots on goal, but you've got 6 bodies thrown in the way of that little net.
Right.
That gets pretty tough. So I don't know. I'm excited though. I mean, they're up 1-0. I want Tampa Bay. I want this whole thing to continue. I really just want the fun and the magic of all of this to continue.
We'd have to go to Green Bay and tear down all the Titletown signs and bring.
Yeah, exactly. Welcome to the real Titletown.
Yeah.
But we shall see. I got a little bit of news today. First of all, I got bad news regarding transferring to Tampa.
No.
Well, hold on. I got bad news initially, and then when I think I didn't react or respond the way that they expected me to, when they said, we're not going to transfer you, and I said, well, I may be going to Tampa anyway.
Right.
And then they kind of doubled back and said, hold on.
Yeah.
Maybe we will transfer you. So I think they were wanting to keep me here. I think I'm going to get to go. We'll see what happens. I think I think it all is coming to a head. So I'm excited about that.
Manager trying to keep the quality in the house.
Yeah.
When I transferred from Arkansas to AT&T in Arizona, AT&T bought up Suncom, which was the local area cellular company.
Right.
And they got bought by AT&T, and then that opened up all kinds of floodgates. You could go anywhere you wanted to in the country. Well, I was from Tampa, so I'm more big city oriented at the time, and I had enough of the mountain people. So I went straight towards Phoenix because I just wanted to live there. Mm-hmm. And Phoenix has a store on every corner. So the opportunities were there, but it was impossible for them to look past Arkansas. When they saw who was coming in, it's Arkansas. They didn't want that in a big city. How are you going to live here? And they make these assumptions. And I went through 6 different online interviews. Well, not online, but the phone interviews from 6 different stores before one of them said yes. And it was a stigma they had.
No, I understand it, because when I tried to hook up with this company in Atlanta, they did not want to hire me because I did not have specific experience within this genre of sales.
Furniture?
Yeah. Exactly. I've sold everything but furniture. Maybe he doesn't know how to sell furniture. So, but they hired me here. And so, to the credit of my manager and the district manager and all of that, I mean, they've been nothing but good through this entire process. It's actually above them that's been causing the trouble. So it is what it is. I'm excited about it. Bottom line, we got Bucs football getting ready to start. The Buccaneers training camp is coming. Get ready, batten down the hatches. We have Lightning hockey with the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs right now, or Stanley Cup final right now. Still 1-0, 9 minutes left in the first period. And I do want to say, I don't believe that I cannot remember. Can anybody in the chat or anything? Oh, by the way, hi, Hans Gruber. Hans, I don't know who you are, but you're awesome. I wish I could know who you are, because I love having you in there chatting. You are a lot of fun. Robert Strickler, hey, how you doing, buddy? And Adam Perdomo Rivera, how you doing? All the Bucs players are in shape from what I heard. No off-season slacking with pizza wings and beer. That's a little bit of a shame, but good for them. And Tom Brady had a little bit of slacking. We know that because we watched it. But
his boat,
on the boat,
that little skiff that he runs around in.
Yeah, that little dinghy. But yeah, I mean, I'm guys. I don't know if you heard today. He came out with, I believe he was touting. Brady was saying he's watching Bitcoin. He thinks it's going to go up. I mean,
there's a reach.
Yeah, he's so Brady's into Bitcoin, and he's making his voice known regarding Bitcoin now. I think all of that's interesting, and
that's an opportunity. Bitcoin is to this generation to build an Apple kind of stock portfolio.
Yep.
And it's easy. That's the funny part.
Yep.
It doesn't take a whole lot of money.
No, it doesn't. I mean, you can put $5 in. Right. People look and say, "Oh, a Bitcoin is 33,000 or 35,000. I can't afford that." You don't have to. Just put $5 in. So yeah.
And that's the beauty of it. That $5 could turn into 500 over the weekend.
Exactly. By the way, Tim Witherspoon, yes, buddy. The Bolts. Eric Cernak scored. The Bolts took a 1-0 lead. I am watching it very closely and making sure everybody is kept up to date. But this is gonna be a quick, very short show. We're talking 45 minutes here, max.
I got him on the phone right here. So if I look distracted, it's because I'm trying to keep up with the puck.
Yeah, that's what I've got. Mine's right here. So I've got both. I've got it going on as well, keeping one eye on that. But the thing is this, guys. The thing is, when I look at the Bucs and what they are doing right now, I heard someone come out this week and say, just because the Bucs scored all or re-signed all 22, why does everybody think that means they're going to be great? They should have gone out and gotten better players.
What?
My question is, who? Who did the Bucs not get that they should have gotten? Who was out there that the Bucs missed an opportunity on that would have improved the team?
The only person I could think of that would be a one-time hit would be Richard Sherman, just for educational purposes in the locker room, if nothing else.
Maybe.
I think he's a quality player with a good level head.
Okay.
But
yeah.
we don't need him. I mean,
right.
it's a question of, do we have a glaring emptiness?
Well, who had a better offseason? That's what I want to know. Who had a better offseason? I would like to know. I can't see anybody having a better offseason. If you could go into an offseason and sign Fournette and Giovanni Bernard and who all did they re-sign? I think they re-signed. Oh, they extended Brady. They extended Gronk, I believe. They re-signed I don't know how many people. They re-signed a whole bunch of people anyway. The point of the matter is nobody had a better offseason. So anybody who says that the Bucs didn't have a good offseason, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
I haven't heard anybody of any consequence say something like that.
It was somebody who said anyone who thinks the Bucs had a great offseason re-signing their 22 doesn't realize you have to get better.
How do you get better than that? I mean, we won what, 8 games, 9 games straight?
I guess because they're catching up. The point is, and I get this, if you're sitting still, other teams are catching you.
Right.
I get that thinking.
You can reinforce the wall without tearing down the wall. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, yeah, I agree.
Their front line is high caliber all the way around. Our depth issue is still there in some places, and that needs to be worked on.
Yeah.
But you can only do so much in one off season, and there has to be availability to justify the cost. And I don't see that happening. I think they're doing the right thing by taking advantage of this high caliber first string and building off of the draft. That's like you say in New England, that's what they do. And seem to work there. So every team that's doing that is benefiting. I mean,
well, and the thing is, it's not that they didn't get players. They drafted folks. And it's just, you're not paying any attention to them because the 22 that they re-signed were that good.
Right. Exactly.
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but I mean,
the only way you could prove to me that that's not the proper thing to do in the offseason is if we come out 0-4. If that happens, then there's an issue. But
no, I agree with you there, and I guess we'll find out soon enough. It was in what the Athletic said. The Buccaneers brought back more starters than any Super Bowl champs in decades. Does it really matter? It's one of those beers. This is a quote. It started as one of those beer-soaked promises that so rarely come to fruition. Basking in the afterglow of their Super Bowl win, the Buccaneers loaded onto a string of boats to enjoy some sunshine and Bud Lights during their makeshift parades. As the impromptu parade speeches began, Bruce Arians was quick to remind everyone in the crowd that Tampa Bay's roster wasn't going to unravel like those of other championship teams. Standing on the stage with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, Arians told the latter, who was set to become a free agent in the coming weeks, that his ass ain't going nowhere. Well, and that was, I mean, when he said it, I thought, ooh, hope you're right, buddy. Hope you're right. But I didn't, I mean, really seriously, name any team who had a better offseason than Leonard Fournette, Giovanni Bernard, Chris Godwin, Levante David. I mean, all these people signed. Really, seriously, I'm waiting. Somebody tell me who did here.
That's one of those situations where you're looking for something to say because there's nothing else to say.
Yeah, it's the doldrums of the offseason, and people are talking because, that's what you got to do. But it's
in
tough
Tampa,
sometimes.
You've got the Stanley Cup is going to fill the void between now and training camp.
Yeah.
So you got that covered. And then training camp's going to come, and you're going to start getting PR out of that.
Yep.
And then before we know it, Dallas is coming to town.
Yeah.
I got into a shooting match today with some idiot on one of these pages about the Dallas Cowboys wide receivers are going to dominate the NFC. And I told him, I said, your defense is so weak, they're going to have to dominate, and you still won't make 30 points. You're not going to be able to cover the amount of points you give away. And he goes, your point's irrelevant. I was talking about our wide receivers. That's the mentality of a Dallas fan. That's what I live with here. And that's
today,
the most stupid thing I've ever heard.
Today, one of my customers was a Dallas Cowboys fan. And he pulled out his credit card to make a payment or to purchase. And it had a big Dallas Cowboys symbol on it.
Right.
And I said, oh, well, we'll see you guys in week 1. And he goes, week 1? Who's your team? And I pulled out my keychain and showed him my keys.
Right.
And he goes, Tampa. And I go, yeah. He goes, we play you in week 1? I said, yeah. And he goes, who do we play in week 2? He said it immediately. He went that way. So, yeah, I mean, what are you going to do? I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. So I don't know. I mean, there's a point of you can't blame them. They're rooting for their team. They're cheering on their team. How many years did we say maybe this year?
Right.
Well, finally, this year happened.
It only took 18 years to do it.
Well, and that's actually not bad. Theoretically, you should win one of every 32 Super Bowls. Okay,
yeah, I guess
that's theoretically. All things being equal, you should win one out of every 32. The Bucs already have 2, and they're going for 3. I believe this is a huge Super Bowl. I believe this puts the Bucs in rarefied air if they win this game. I believe if they win the Super Bowl this year, they're in rarefied air, having won 3 Super Bowls. It's one thing to have won 2. There are quite a few teams who have won 2. There are not quite a few teams who have won 3.
Yeah, it starts getting crazy after that.
Yeah,
and the ones that have won 3 are famous, like the Steel Curtain and Doomsday.
And Dallas and San Francisco.
Right. And people know them immediately.
Right.
Who they are.
Right. So, and now you're putting the Bucs in that category where it becomes very difficult to say too much to a Bucs fan, and we're not used to that. So,
but like I told you the other night, we're the most bipolar team of anyone in the league because when we suck up real bad.
Yeah. Well, I like what Tim Witherspoon said here. I like what Tim Witherspoon said here because we are always saying, wait till next year as Bucs fans. Maybe this year.
Yeah.
Way to go, Tim. That's right. Not maybe next year, maybe this year. How about that? How many teams have won back-to-back? I think
New England was the last one to do it.
New England was the last one to do it in like 2004 and 5 or something like that. But I think prior to that, the Steelers did it. I think, or the Cowboys. One or the other was the prior. So
I'm sure it wasn't the Niners.
It may have been. May have been. I was thinking Dallas with Aikman and all that was more recent, but
I thought Dallas gave up their gold lettering and moved it out to San Francisco there after the Aikman.
That could be. That could be
their last team.
Yeah, but we are talking rarefied air is what's available in Matt's bathroom.
What?
Rarefied air is what's available in Matt's bathroom.
This guy. Wow.
I like this guy. I do like this guy. It's probably somebody we like. It's probably someone that we don't like or something who's posing under the name Hans Gruber because he figures yeah.
Okay, well, here's the answer.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Is the last quarterback Brady was the last one in 2003. And then I got to get deeper into the article to look at the rest of them. But 2003 and 04 were the back-to-back ones.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it was 03 and 04, not 4 and 5. Okay.
And then, ironically, this article is so old that it says the Chiefs look to become the first repeat Super Bowl champion since the Patriots. January 2021.
Okay, here we go. The record for consecutive wins is 2, and it is shared by 7 franchises. The Packers in 66 and 67.
Yeah.
The Dolphins in 72-73. The Steelers in 74-75 and 78-79. The only team to accomplish defeat twice. The San Francisco 49ers, 88-89, and the Dallas Cowboys, 92-93. And then Denver,
That was
and with Elway, and I can't see what the year is.
it
cuts it off.
97, 98.
Okay, 97, 98.
04.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. There you guys go.
There's two teams that have won and then come back the following year and lost.
Yep.
Now, that's the Washington football team and the 82 Dolphins.
Well, that's not true.
No, wait a
minute.
The
Patriots have lost.
Washington football team beat the Dolphins in 82.
Yeah, that was there's something wrong with that stat because the Patriots have gone back to back and not won both of them.
I don't know. That's kind of goofy. I can't.
Yeah, it's also crazy to think that Tom Brady, I believe, has lost more Super Bowls, not won the Super Bowl more years than he's won it.
Right.
So that's kind of crazy. And I forgot how many he's been to, but he's been to a lot. So it's kind of funny.
I think it's like 10-6, something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Out of 17 years now, you're talking out of the 20 that he was in New England. That's just insane.
It's insane.
Some of that has to do with New England's upper management, but
sure. After
watching what happened last year when he came down here, Brady's not ready to give up. And I don't even buy into this crap he's talking about, well, I'm not going to play to 50. I'm almost at the end of it. I do believe that if they win again this year, if they get to the Super Bowl and win it this year, he's going to play next year just to do 3 in a row because that's the one he hadn't got done.
Yeah.
And if he does that, Tampa's going to be up there, way to hell up there.
That's what I said. If they three-peat.
That's going to.
Well, that's what I said. You heard me talking about what I think is if they were to go undefeated and three-peat, the main part of Brady's career is here in Tampa.
Yeah. And it's with it's just hard to believe that.
I know.
We're even in a condition right now where we can actually sit here and think that this might happen.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. Now the chances are the chances are very, very unlikely. But it could happen. You know?
It's a hell of a lot more likely than it was in 2006.
Yeah, 1 year ago today it wasn't much likely, but now you're looking at it going
maybe. Yeah,
you never know.
They lose 1 out of every quarter. I mean, go 3-1, 3-1, 3-1.
Yeah.
Because
now you can't divide the season into quarters.
Well, yeah.
You got that extra game hanging out there.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll go 3-1, 3-1, 3-1, and 4-1. But I think it's good to lose to keep your head on straight. Because I'll never forget Cam Newton when he was 15-0. He's in the Super Bowl and he's over there flopping around like a 5-year-old who just got his candy taken away, crying on the sidelines. That's such a bad look. And
he wasn't 15-0 in the Super Bowl.
No.
They went 15-1.
15-1.
Right.
But they were supposed to lay down in the Super Bowl. They're supposed to be just show up and we got it. Right. It didn't work out like that.
No, they got crushed.
And there was so much that Cam Newton did poorly in that game. That was the game that he jumped away from the fumble. Yeah,
he watched the fumble and then he started to go towards it and was like, nah.
No, I'm bailing out. He's bailing out, which is
that to me is the defining play of Cam Newton's career.
I agree with that 100%. Between that and a little tantrum on the sideline, that's all I need to see of that.
And the commercial with the kid just warming up.
Yeah.
That's I wonder how old that kid is now. He's probably about ready to hit the NFL. So
yeah, he's probably Trevor Lawrence's age, isn't it?
Yeah, it probably was Trevor Lawrence. Was Trevor Lawrence. Or actually, it was probably Sam Darnold. That little kid was Sam Darnold because now he's in Carolina.
Yeah.
So
they should re-release it like they did the Mean Green or Mean Green. What the hell was it?
Yeah, Mean Joe Green. You know what would be hilarious is if they like with computer animation or whatever, made Sam Darnold's face younger and like made it look like
Benjamin Button treatment on him or something.
That would be hilarious. I'm coming for you, Cam. I'm coming for you. Minute 17. 55 seconds I see left in the first period right now. The Lightning are winning 1-0. So, and we're not going to go a lot longer, guys. We're going to go a little while longer, but the first period is going to be over fairly soon. Misador says, Rick said it as I was typing. I don't know what I said, but I said something. Cam was scared of Von Miller. Misador, what did I say that you were going to? Oh, yeah. He said that game will define his career. Yeah. I agree, Misador. I agree. That's exactly how I feel. I feel like that's the thing I remember about Cam Newton.
And it's funny when you think about Bradshaw, what's the picture you get in your head? It's either Lynn Swann running down the sideline and catching that outrageous catch or the immaculate reception.
Yeah, I was going to say the immaculate reception. Yeah.
You think about Roger Staubach, what are you thinking about? Roger the Dodger going back here doing his thing. And the one that always sticks in my head is when he hit the tight end right in the numbers, and Jackie Coleman, I think his name was, fell down and dropped the ball. And that cost him the game against the Steelers, I think it was.
Yeah. The thing I remember, like when I think of Roger Staubach, and this is kind of interesting to me, the thing that defines Roger Staubach was his character as a man.
Yes.
That to me is the first thing I think of when I think of him.
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
He was a diva.
Right. Never. Right. So, I mean, he was an impressive dude. Very much so. So, yeah.
And then we get all that accolades, and then you go to Cam Newton, and it's the run away from the fumble and the flopping on the sideline. That's pitiful. When you work your whole life, and that's what people are reminded of. That's
ouch.
Terrible.
Yeah, ouch. But let me tell you something, man. That shows what the guy's all about. You know, I mean, it really does. Now I can understand it. Like if you see Tom Brady at age 43. With 7 Super Bowls under his belt.
Right.
And you see that ball there. And if you see Brady hold up, there's a part of me that's going, okay, stay safe, please.
Yeah. But I don't think Brady would.
I don't think so either. And that's the funny part is I think Brady would dive in there and get hurt. And that's how his career is that's what's going to happen. Tim Witherspoon says the first period is over. Bolts up 1-0. Go Bolts. Be the Thunder, folks. Be the Thunder. Anybody wants to call and talk about that first period, do it quick. Let me put the link. I'll put the link down if anybody who watched the game is willing to come on here and talk to me about it. I would love to hear about the first period. Then I will follow up. We'll be out here by the time the second period begins, folks. So we will be out of here by then. So you'll be able to watch the second period. We'll all be able to be the Thunder, so let's enjoy it. But right now you're stuck with me. You got me and Matt. Sorry, deal with it, folks. Hey, Willow, how you doing? It's good to see Willow. It's always good to see Willow. The place, it's like when Teresa's here. It's just nice to have to you guys, you make this place better. You guys make this place better because otherwise I got to deal with people like this guy.
Oh, dear God.
Steven Glasker, how you doing, my friend?
I'm great. How's it going? What's happening, fellas?
Good. Did you watch the first period?
I did not.
Okay. I was just checking because I'm wanting to get a little report. It's like I need a sideline reporter person who watched the first period to be willing to come on. But let's see here. Misador says, when you hear Drew Brees, what do you think of? Honestly, I have no overwhelming play that locks in my head.
That's a valid point. I think
true.
That is
wait a minute, though, because when I think of Tom Brady, I don't have a play.
I do.
What, Tyree? David Tyree?
Yep.
No, that's not him. That's Manning. Yeah, that's Eli Manning. What's the play?
The play that won, well, it's a couple of plays. If you go back to the Atlanta Super Bowl, I know the one you love, Rick. If you go back to the Atlanta Super Bowl, it's the entire series in the overtime.
Yeah.
That won the game.
But it's not a play. And that's the thing is like Cam Newton, you know what I think of Cam Newton is bragging and dressing stupid and then not going after the fumble. Brady, it's just this consistent drive, push for excellence. It's his character. That's the thing. And it's the same thing we were talking about with Staubach. It's the same thing where some people, there's a character, their character is what they're known for. And there are other people who, being a character, Jameis Winston, is what they're known for. Okay? Eat the W's, dance, crazy wild eyes, all of that stuff that he does.
Facebook thing today about Kirk Cousins had 64 career fumbles and INTs. 64.
Okay.
So I just had to remind this guy in the NFC prime that Winston could do that in one season.
Yeah. Why are you bragging about that? Well, you think that's a lot. We had Jameis.
Yeah. So, yeah, that one kind of was a mic drop in that little conversation.
Yeah, that's pretty funny because he practically
could. Is as bad as people say.
Yeah. Oh, Misador. This is awesome. When I say Chris Conti, what comes to your head? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Him getting stiff armed into the turf. Yeah. That's horrible. When getting posterized is the thing you remembered. That's funny.
That was Lovie Smith's guy though, wasn't it? Wasn't even Lovie Smith?
What's that? Yeah. What is that? Johnny Dean says here. Johnny Dean says character building 101. Just don't do what Jameis does. Yeah. I mean, Jameis has all kinds of like little moments when you think of what defines Jameis. It's him getting in trouble. It's him eating W's and dancing like a little maniac on the sideline. It's him saying, check your sheet. I was balling.
Yeah.
I mean,
30.
Right. Now, when I think of him, I don't think of defining moments on the field that are great. And I don't think of overall character shining on the field. I think of a guy who he desperately wants to be what Tom Brady is. And
he wanted to be what Drew Brees is, and he can't even.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand what that is that makes them what they are. And that's the problem. He did not get adequate tools. I was talking about this yesterday, Rick. He wasn't around the right kind of people in his life to give him the information that he needs to do that.
This is awesome.
So he's doing it.
Oh my God. Willow has the quote of the night. And Willow, I'm stealing this from you. I tell people, I've been a Bucs fan through the good years, the bad years, and the Winston years. That's awesome. I am so going to steal that. Willow, we need a shirt that says that. I've been a Bucs fan through the good years, the bad years, and the Winston years.
I disagree with you guys. I think Winston does have a defining moment on the field.
What's that? What is it?
When he ate that W. I thought, man, that guy is nuts.
Well, yeah, that was before a game. Yeah, no, but I mean, there's nothing on the field during game time. But no, you're right. You're right. I mean, if he has a defining moment, it was his last pass as a Buccaneer when in overtime he threw a pick six right off the top.
It was one of one. It was like the first snap, right?
Yeah.
He threw it right.
Yeah, I was like, one of one. Let's not bring him into this.
What I'm saying is he didn't even have a chance to look good, and then he went oops like a Brett Favre might. He got in there and just did right up.
Well, that's the difference, I think, is Favre was a gunslinger and he threw picks, but he also had more success. And you can't be a gunslinger and not have success and then compare yourself to Favre.
Right.
That's where the problem comes in. Is you just
Favre was good
that's
enough
a tough one to
get away with it.
Yeah.
I meant to send you something, Rick, and I completely spaced it. There's a hilarious, you may have already seen this, a hilarious short video of a guy in his backyard imitating Jameis's workout with barstools. It is hysterical.
I have it. I didn't upload it, but I can promise you we will see that on Friday or Saturday.
Nice.
It is fantastic. Yes,
that's
absolutely.
Retarded that he even who gave him permission to send that out.
Oh my God, it was awesome when he did it. Hey, Willow, you are welcome to use that because we all went through those years. Thank you, Willow. Yes, we did. Hey, Johnny, how you doing, my friend?
How's it going, man?
Good, brother. Good. Ready
I
for?
need to remind you guys that we had back-to-backs. We had Freeman, then Winston.
Yeah.
That was horrible, man.
Freeman was better.
Freeman had potential. He let himself down.
They both had
We're
potential.
talking about somebody who wasn't mature enough to be leading the team.
Yeah, that's the exact same problem. It's just manifested differently. A lack of maturity. It's just manifested differently.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump in on this one point regarding that. Now, see, here's where I think we're being too hard on these guys. Okay, you're talking about 22-year-old young men coming out of college, and now all of a sudden, especially depending on their draft pick, they're instant millionaires. And you're saying to these young guys, you have to go out and lead an entire team of men. And then if for some reason you suck, which is natural in the first year, all of a sudden there's some kind of bust. And
well, let me say something, Stephen. Let me throw in something different, okay? I want to say Tom Brady was that guy also.
Well, he didn't start his first year. Yeah,
hold on. Okay, now hold on. Simmer down. Patrick Mahomes was that same guy. Lamar Jackson was the same guy. There are so many examples. And then there are people like Deshaun Watson. Then there are people. I mean, the thing is this. It's not just, okay, you have to understand. I get it. Here's the thing. When you come from a situation where you have not been raised with the character examples around you, and then you're thrown into the fire and given millions of dollars, what could possibly go wrong?
Right.
Understand that there needs to be latitude given. And I even said for people like Josh Gordon, I think there should be more latitude given. Okay? I don't care if he's on his 23rd chance. The guy goes and gets straight. You put him back on the field till he's not straight. When he's not straight, you get him off until he gets straight. I don't care if it's 23 times. I don't like the death penalty. I don't like any of that. You help the guy get straight until he's dead.
Okay, you do everything you can. I think part of the reason why he never got straight is because he always got so many chances. I think at some point you got to let people know this is it, and I think that's one of the things that helped AB and told Fournette because Fournette joked in an interview. He said to AB, "I feel like this is last chance university," and AB said, "You got to look at it that way." So I think if you let people know we're not going to put up with your crap, the NFL is the shield is bigger than you are.
You're literally saying they gave him another chance, and that was a good thing,
right? But there's only so many. I'm not into 23rd chances. I think, you know what, dude, you got a problem. You deal with your problem. There's bigger things in life than football. Deal with your drug problem.
You don't end a man's career. You don't end a man's career.
As far as Josh Gordon goes, I have a completely 100% different take on that than you do, Stephen Glasgow. If you watch The Dark Side of Football, Playing with Pain, you're going to kill a man's career for marijuana, but you'll sit there and feed them oxycodones all day.
No, I agree with you. I don't think this problem wasn't just marijuana, and I agree with you on that. He had a major drug issue since high school, and so what I'm saying is you can only, and as someone who grew up with someone in the household who had a major drug addiction, I remember the 3 a.m. knocks at the door from the police. I remember those days with the family members I had. So I just think you recently lost a very close family. You got to let them know you're done.
So I lost a very close family member recently to addiction. Right. And the thing is, gosh, I wish he had one more chance. You know, and I don't think that throwing somebody in the trash heap, I don't think that's the answer. I think what the NFL can do,
man, you have to work with those people, and if you
you can't say, "Sorry, you're out, you're done, go deal with it."
Guys, I understand what you're saying, but I'm telling you, you can't help people unless they help themselves. And in order to help themselves, they have to hit rock bottom. They have to know there is a bottom.
Right.
And once they hit it, then they can get better. But you saying, well, we're going to keep you guys going.
Was an example of that. He recognized that he had a drinking problem, and the first team that he was on said, "We can't deal with it anymore. Go fix yourself," and they cut him. And he went to Al-Anon and all that stuff, and he got straightened out. And then he even had a couple of relapses when he came back to the league. But he didn't start a number one quarterback that got to stay at number one, even though he was going off and having problems. Every time he came back to the league, he was coming in at a lower level, and having to earn himself back up. And that was by design, I believe. And it was also his intestinal fortitude to prove to the world that he's better than what he might have demonstrated when he was 21 years old.
If somebody like Josh Gordon, who wants to be straight, who is fighting and trying to be straight, but is controlled by this, I don't see how saying, you're out, go try to deal with it. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah,
that just doesn't seem like that's the answer to me. It seems like what you can do
in football, he needs to hit bottom. He's got to hit bottom before he can come back up to the top. And as long as he feels like, even in the back of his mind, I've always got football, he'll never get better. He's got to get
the bottom for a lot of these people is death. So I don't want to see him hit bottom. Okay, I don't want to see that. Okay, you take other people like Darryl Strawberry, like there are plenty of examples of people who finally, right? And there's even a possibility, and I'm going to work very hard on getting this Saturday night if possible. I'm going to try very hard to get. There's a former Buccaneer who spends a lot of time dealing with this exact issue. And I'm going to see if there's any way we can get him on here. If not, it'll be after this.
I know who you're talking about. And he is absolutely willing.
Yeah. And let's see if we can get him on here and have him talk about this, because I think this would be a great discussion. And maybe we'll even do a special night completely about this subject matter. I think that would be interesting. And I would love to talk about that and have just a whole different kind of night, like a special. In essence,
that'd be great. I'm all for helping people. Don't get me wrong. I'm all for helping people who want the help.
Well, your heart is in the right place in what you're saying. You're saying we need to do this to help. And I'm just, it's an interesting discussion we'll all have to talk about. I'm going to call this a night, guys, because period 2 is about to start. Okay. So go Bolts, be the Thunder, baby. All right. Anything you want to say?
No, I'm good.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Good night, Steven. Good night, Matt. Good night, Johnny. Thank you for stopping in. Willow, thank you. I'm thinking about making a t-shirt with that on it. And if I do, brother, you are going to get one. So thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys. Let's go, Bolts. Be the Thunder. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs are going on. Let's go watch it and cheer on our team. But as always, nothing better than saying the facts. Go Bucs.